Okay, I want to ask the viewers here, do you think this is a male or a female? The thing is, in Angelus, if a person is so perfect like this, it's likely done by surgery. All right, these are some positive comments here regarding the AI stuff that's been going on.
Okay,
and I
it's
appreciate the
official.
great
I'm a
comments.
stick figure
but I
wandering
just want
about.
people to know that I did get a lot of sort of questionable comments, negative comments, suspect comments. Just so people know, I'm just playing around with AI. I use this app called Sora 2 to make this AI crap. It's fun to play around with if you're into that sort of thing. What really is interesting is the progress that AI video is making. Like within 12 months, you won't be able to recognize AI video from reality. So that should be a very interesting thing to come. Someone, or many people maybe, they don't like AI video. But I mean, look, the cat's out of the bag and it is the future. Of course, real life is the future also, but AI will be integrated more and more into, video content creation. So here I am playing around with AI video because, I mean, why ignore it? Might as well learn it. Just realize that it's 8 seconds. That's it. Okay. So, you don't have to complain to people who were complaining about it. It's 8 freaking seconds. You don't have to say, I'll unsubscribe with this crap. It's just 8 seconds. It's an 8-second short. If you don't like it, just scroll to the very next video. I mean, that's why God gave us a thumb. But what I'll do is actually, what I'm going to do in the future is just upload for members only this stuff, because I'm not making any money from it. It's not monetized. I don't make a penny off of the AI videos. It's just something that a content creator should be familiar with. It's good to familiarize yourself with this upcoming trend, this upcoming technology, and don't look at AI for what it is right now, okay? It's not there yet, but it's going there. And it's good to be familiar with it as it progresses. Because you can play with it now, or you can jump into it later on. You might as well jump into it now. And just to appease the subscribers who don't like AI and have an inability to just scroll to the next video, which I can't understand. This AI, quote, crap, as it's called by many, it'll just be uploaded to members in the future. But I'm just saying, I'm just doing this AI stuff for fun. I don't want to hear I'm unsubscribing if I keep this up. So I'm just going to upload for members from now on. Okay, Chef Den. Okay, message has been received. My good man, you won't be seeing any more of it, okay? I promise. Yeah, so he's talking about that homeless American guy in the abandoned building. Yeah, it's true. He's got American blood. He could get a passport. But, I mean, the guy, he has no money. He has no resources. Nobody to help him, or that he's aware of anyway. I mean, imagine. He goes to the American embassy in Manila. First of all, he doesn't have the bus fare to get to Manila. And then he needs to prove his dad was an American soldier. He doesn't have the paperwork, and I'll bet he doesn't even know how to get it. And then, let's say all the chips fell into place and he gets on the airplane and goes to the USA. Then what is he going to do when he gets there? Land in San Francisco? Live as a homeless person? I mean, that's pretty much what he's doing already. Granted, he'd be homeless in the USA instead of the Philippines, but in the grand scheme of things, at least in the Philippines, he's got his comfort zone. He's got his little network here. But I mean, it's just an unfortunate situation. And, of course, it's the parents who put him in that situation, but we all hope the best for him. I should go back and talk to him. Scotty is a wordsmith. That's Saul. I appreciate that, man. The great Saul is in town. What happened, just to explain the wordsmith part of my life, what happened was that I've had hearing problems all my life, okay? I've had ear infections and it's caused problems. All the way back when I was in elementary school, I had ear aids. What are they called? Ear aids, right? Hearing aids. And I wore them and the kids made fun of me and I didn't like being made fun of. So I didn't use it because, I didn't want to be bullied. So what happened was that I all through my life, I always sort of misheard words. For example, when I was listening to the theme song for Gilligan's Island as a kid, remember, I was a kid in the 80s, right? The good old days. The song goes, it's the 3-hour tour. okay? The Gilligan's Island song. 3-hour tour. I heard the green hours grow. That's one example of me sort of mishearing the world. Still, to this day, I have hearing loss, but I have sort of learned to live with it. Where, like, for example, Baby-Roonies came from, I don't know, but I just get so used to making up sort of my own words, I guess. You should be doing a blog in Barrio Barreto. Do you like Barrio Barreto? I was there a couple times because I had a girlfriend there in the past. I met her on a dating site while I was in Angeles, but I thought it was pretty boring there, like a tiny Angeles city. I only went there to meet up with my girlfriend at the time. I'm surprised you enjoy Barrio Barreto. I mean, it might be good if you live there and get used to it, but I didn't like it at all. Although it is cleaner than Angeles. There's no beggars that I can remember. It's also right next to the ocean, so it sounds like it has potential. It is possible to make that place a comfortable home. I have one friend that he lives there in Barrio Barreto, and he says he wouldn't live anywhere else. So it might be worth a check out as a spot to live. But as far as visiting, I have little desire to go back there again. But good for you that you found your comfort zone in the Philippines. That's really important to have. Otherwise, you end up like me, you know, just keep moving around, and best to just settle somewhere. You're not the only one that wants to give and wants to fix the problem. Oh, the beggars. Yeah. Yeah, the beggar issue is more complicated than people realize. The majority see a person who is in need, right? The majority of guys who are here. Majority of the foreigners who are here, they see a person who's in need. What they don't see is that by giving to them, the beggar, a series of events occurs. Like first, the guy in the slum who's not begging, but instead he's recycling, he's being productive, now realizes, oh damn, why am I being productive? Why am I picking up plastic? I can just lay on the sidewalk in Angeles City and stick out my hand. Okay, so that's problem number one. And number two is, like, since there is a profit to be made, kids are now used as beggars for the adults. Third, the world is give and receive. You provide something to the world and you will receive something in return. If you don't follow that mantra, you're never gonna move up in the world. That's how Mother Nature works. So with that, you can see the difference between someone who offers to clean your shoes or sell you shoes and someone who is just putting out their hand. And we will talk more about this with another comment later in this video. Only Scotty Boy can give a girl a compliment and insult her in the same sentence. Okay, I want to ask the viewers here, do you think this is a male or a female? The thing is, in Angeles, if a person is so perfect like this, it's likely done by surgery. I mean, she has a great rack on her and a great face. It could be a lady boy with a wiener schnitzel downstairs, but I don't think so. But I lost my chance to find out because this seemingly female person took offense to my question of her being a ladyboy. But damn, she had nice tits, man. I can't understand why RG doesn't have a girlfriend. Hey, the great Andy Pandy. What a nice and refreshing comment, Andy. The thing is, if I meet a girl that I like, I don't want her to know about my YouTube channel. So I don't take out the camera, you know, if she's around. And the reason is that I have done this before. I've had a girly friend that I liked and she was on camera. And then since I had to leave, you know, I was a traveling YouTuber and I will be again in the coming soon, it was just like nonstop stalking my videos. That's all she did. I never heard the end of it. Like every second, she would just analyze it. The freeze frames, if I talked to a girl, why did you sit next to her on the jeepney? I got the 3rd degree and I just realized that Filipinas are jealous girls. It's just built into their paradigm. So now if I like a girl, I never show her that I make YouTube videos because that's the beginning of the end. Hundreds of responses from Filipinas. He's probably talking about dating websites. And yes, they are scams because of the guys sending money. If there is a way for girls to make money in some area of the Philippines where money is hard to come by, that's it. You know, word spreads like wildfire, whatever it happens to be. And if it happens to be dating sites, then all these girls go on dating sites. And it becomes all about money. They got money on their mind when they join this dating site. It's like if a guy starts to give his girlfriend an allowance, that is the beginning of the end of that relationship, most likely. Because now it's become about money. Just remember one word of advice from Scotty Boy. It's carrot and the stick, my great brethren. Only give what she needs today. I know a guy who met a girlfriend and he started giving her 10,000 pesos a month allowance, about 200 USD. So what she did was that, with this newfound allowance from her simp boyfriend, day one of this 10,000 pesos, she gave half of it to her mother, okay? That's day one. So day two, she's got 5,000 pesos left, right? What does she do? She took her friends out for lunch and then took them out to Starbucks. Then the money was gone. Her excuse? I want my friends to be happy. I want them to enjoy. Somehow the guy found out and this created some argument. Guys, listen, carrot and the stick. These Filipinos don't know how to manage money. Unless you plan to give her 10,000 pesos a day, then don't give her 10,000, period. It's like cocaine. There's an initial high, but then it wears off. The novelty wears off. She spends this 10,000 absolutely recklessly because she's a Filipina and they don't understand finances. The novelty of this 10,000 is going to wear off. Oh, she'll have a big smile when you give it to her. And if you're an idiot, you'll live off of that big smile. But eventually that 10,000, it'll not be enough as the months go by. Her family finds out and, the requests start coming in. It's like in America when someone wins the lotto, suddenly all these people start asking for money, asking for favors. Now, these extended family members who now heard about her 10,000 a month, they're going to ask for loans and then time goes by. They're going to ask again and then they're going to start to rely on your girlfriend. Guys, carrot and the damn donkey, okay? Just remember, carrot and the donk. That's all you need to know. Give her what she needs, not what she wants. Giving a girlfriend money is like giving her cocaine. There is no difference between money and cocaine with a Filipina. Just remember that. Money is cocaine here. If you wouldn't give her cocaine, then don't give her money. I saw a Facebook post of a guy who, he met his girlfriend in Manila. Her boss was a piece of crap. So, he told her to quit the job and he will replace her salary. It was probably 10,000 pesos a month. So her hometown is in Samar. So, they go down there and he builds the parents a house. He builds his girlfriend and himself a house next to his parents' house. He gives a job to her lazy ass brothers. This was all in Samar. Imagine doing all of this, okay? All of this for her family and still giving the girl an allowance. Like, what the F, man? This guy has made the relationship all about money. Sure, she will appreciate it today. But if the money runs dry a year from now, she'll be moving on to the next guy. Some bong bong will move into the house that you paid for. They always end up with bong bong at the end. That's just how it works. This video is trash. Your subs are gonna tank. Yes, okay, Michael, thank you for letting me know. I got a lot of negative comments. Now, in the future, the AI stuff will be for members only. Now, I'll get complaints about that too. This YouTube thing, man, it's freaking nuts. Everyone complains about everything. It's not even politics. Hey, thanks, Ikabong. I enjoy playing around with the AI. I really do. I mean, it's just meant to be fun and lighthearted. It's not taking anything away from the channel. It's just something supplemental. I could just not upload it, but I'm going to be working with the AI anyway, whether I upload it or not. But it's good to know that some people did enjoy the AI. Would you find better looking babe-a-roonies near the coffee shops rather than a bar? Yeah, most likely. Well, in Angeles City anyway. But the main thing is just make eye contact with the girl, wherever you are. Restaurant, bar. Remember that a girl won't give you a signal that she likes you if she doesn't really like you. I have a family member who is a psychologist, and he told me that girls don't make mistakes. A girl won't give you a signal if she's not interested, okay? The eye, a smile, a half smile, a 1/4 smile. She won't do this if she's not interested. Whereas a guy, you might stare at a girl's cleavage or her butt, even if you don't want to date her. Girls don't do that. Can't believe the mall was open on Christmas. Yes, sir, of course, the mall is open. I mean, spending cash is just the culture in the Philippines. I mean, they could be open 7 days a week, 24 hours, and it'll still be busy. It's like that in Angeles City anyway. I mean, nobody has a job anymore. They just pack SM Mall all the time. It's Monday to Friday, it's packed. And on the weekends, it's super packed. It's like, do people work? Do these people have a job? Do you go to the office? Somehow in Angeles, the Filipinos have stacks of cash and seemingly have no job. If they have a job, the SM Mall would be more quiet Monday to Friday. The weird thing is, like just a year ago, it was really quiet Monday to Friday at the SM Clark. It's just in the past year, it's become an absolute circus at the SM Clark. There must be some kind of like subprime loan thing going on under the table in Angeles City or the Philippines. I mean, how are all these Filipinos making so much money? Just go to the most expensive restaurant in the city and you'll see a lineup outside. And there are zero foreigners in the lineup. It's all Filipino people. Somehow, they're making a ton of money. Should I go to the Philippines to get my dental work done? Yes. That's a very good idea to get dental work done. It's about 10% of the cost. Like what would cost $30,000 in America would be about $3,000 in Cebu City. I know about 3 people who did dental work and it was all in Cebu City. Every day sitting at the bar for hours, what a boring life. Yes, I mean, if a guy is fit and productive, working, and he passes by the bar with a bunch of guys sitting inside there drinking, he's probably gonna think the same as you. But look at it this way, everyone in the world has different priorities, preferences, desires, and whatever motivates them. And it's a great thing because, if it were not that way, then it would work in a way that everyone has the same preferences in the same location, in the same bar. And then the world would be kind of awkward, right? I mean, if you go to the gym, do you like to be busy or quiet? Well, because all those guys are drinking in the bar and they're not in the gym, that benefits you. And maybe your favorite food is spinach. Well, because the bar guys don't like spinach, then spinach is cheaper. Because if everybody likes spinach, it would be really expensive to buy. So maybe it's a bit of a shit, boring life in your eyes, but in the bar guys' eyes, like having a boring life is probably what they've always wanted. They had a 30-year career, they had some wife yelling in their ear, nagging them for the last 30 years. And finally, they can live their dream. They just want to sit in the bar and do nothing. That is their dream. Scotty, I love the mango shakes too, but they will give you a fatty liver. Yes, you can read the rest of it there. I'll leave it there. Yes, I think you're right. And there is really a transition period of how to fill the void. So I don't drink alcohol anymore. At least that's the plan. So now I'm at the bar and I need something in my hand, right? I could order a water, but I mean, damn, it's 100 freaking pesos for a bottle of water. I could order tea, but it's only good for the morning time. So I have to really look at the menu next time I'm in Philly's bar doing a live stream and see what a good substitute will be for a mango shake or a beer. I'll let you know how it goes. Just rent a hoe. That would actually be a really good idea for a bar name because the goal for the girls is to be rented anyway. Another word for rented in Angeles is bar fine. And that's what all the girls want. That's where all the money is. I mean, if the girls don't get bar fine, they don't make much money. I mean, if I owned a bar on Walking Street, I would just make it a meat shop. The girls line up and they each have their own price for a lady drink and a bar fine. I'd let the girls make their own price. The hottest girls could demand more than the ugliest. I mean, maybe there's a customer named Panjit Singh. He just wants some puss for the night and doesn't need the hottest girl. I think I'd have a good bar if I made a bar here in Angeles because, there's some bars where the girls are doing like an organized dance and all that stuff. Like, I mean, who the hell cares about dancing? With me, if I had a bar, everything would be streamlined with the goal being for the girls to be rented out, okay? Let's just get to the point, be transparent. I would write it with a magic marker on their stomachs, Bar fine is this much. Lady drink is this much. No need for anything fancy. Philly Coffee Shop needs to up their game. Yeah, opening 10 a.m. Yeah, and this is one of the issues I have with smaller towns. It's the convenience of a city that people like. Starbucks in Manila, open 24 hours a day. Of course, if you just live in the province and have coffee at your home, you won't really care. I remember living in Dumaguete prior to the pandemic. I lived in a house with a patio, and in the morning, I'd make my own coffee and listen to the birds chirping. The bugs were making noise. I would do this every morning, even if it's 4 a.m. Now, listening to absolute nature is extremely hypnotic, and there is nothing like it. And it all revolves around the vibrations of nature. Nothing can replicate the vibrations that nature gives off. That's why if people are, for example, talking in a coffee shop, it's not as annoying as someone who's playing like video games in the coffee shop. Even if the decimal noise level is the same. With the game and the people talking, the two of them give off different vibrations that compete with nature. People's voices coincide with nature, as long as it's not a pain in the ass babbler loudmouth, right? Who thinks his opinion is important. Your content is the best for not wanting to go to the Philly Willy. Yes, I do hear you, my good man. The Philippines is definitely not for everyone. The tourist numbers are declining for a reason, and that's what makes the world go round. You may really love Oklahoma or maybe Cambodia, but another person loves the Philippines. And that's good. It spreads us out all over the place and makes life more comfortable at an individual level. Are there any YouTube monger vlogging in Myanmar? Great idea. First of all, I do believe that Myanmar is like in a precarious situation at the moment. I wouldn't feel comfortable entering or living in Myanmar, but at the same time, it might be worth the risk in regard to the Babarunis. You know the phrase, lift them up and pay the price? Well, Myanmar girls are the opposite of that. They're desperate and they're willing to bend over for Whitey. Sorry, I should be more diplomatic and sympathetic, but you get the general idea with Myanmar. I might have to check that place out. First of all, actually giving 1 peso is insulting. Yeah, so here we go with the begging issue. Now, see, it's the psychology of giving 1 or 5 pesos. You're cheap, okay? But if you give 0, that's okay. He also mentions it's nice that I give money, what did he say? For the camera. Well, what's the difference? I mean, what difference does it make if it's for the camera or not? There are no rules in life. You can give while on camera, or you can give without the camera. I mean, what's the difference? So why should they be thankful for less than a dime? Okay, the beggars, right? Well, I'll tell you exactly why they should be thankful. Because their goal is to be given money. They don't want to earn the money. They just want to be given money. So it's their objective to be given money. It's always important to understand the objective. So how do they accomplish that objective in the most efficient way possible? Well, like anything, you have to follow the laws of nature. They have to give something if they want to receive something. So what can they give? I mean, they don't have anything, right? Well, do they have a smile? Do they have a compliment? You know, if I were a penniless beggar living in the Philippines, what I would do is I would wait outside of a Jollibee and just compliment people as they're walking in the Jollibee. I wouldn't expect anything in return. I would just give the people entering Jollibee a compliment and a smile. That's it. It costs me nothing to do this. Now, the objective would be that people would give me maybe 5 pesos as they exit Jollibee because, hey, everyone likes a compliment. And if they don't give 5 pesos, I would smile and say, please come again. The goal being to allow the forces of nature to sort of encourage people to give me 5 pesos. And more directly to your comment, look, you can give a beggar 1 million pesos. I mean, you can do that, but I guarantee that money will be gone in a week and they'll be right back on the streets begging again. The world is not black and white. It's really important to have a brain that filters information that is in line with the laws of nature. 7 days a week at the gym is unrealistic. Yeah, so I'm really interested in health like this, okay? Yes, like I'm studying how to improve my body at this moment, okay? I'm not making much measures, okay? I'm not taking many steps yet. I'm just simply studying. Now, first step was to stop alcohol. And step number 2 is what I'm working on now, which is improving my sleep. Okay, so I got magnesium. I got, somebody mentioned in a live stream, L-theanine, I think it's called. And I got melatonin. So I got 3 things now to help with my sleep. But speaking of the gym, while I was in Dumaguete, I found going to the gym to be kind of a pain in the ass. I felt it was something I should do instead of something I enjoyed. What I did enjoy more was doing my entire body in 1 day a week, 10 exercises. I know it's not the ideal routine, but it's better than nothing. The goal being, break down the muscle and give it a week to repair. In the meantime, I'm eating protein and also running as often as I felt like it. In the past, while living in Angeles, I did working out. I went to the gym 7 days a week. But the thing is, the circumstances were a bit different. First of all, in Angeles, I could walk to the gym. Okay, so that's one barrier. In Dumaguete, I was at my scooter. I had to fight traffic. I had to park. I had to walk up the stairs. When I got to the gym, I had to sign in. It just seemed like a bunch of stuff I didn't want to do. But in Angeles, I could just walk there. And second of all, in Angeles, I could just wear flip-flops. And I'm a flip-flop kind of guy. I found having to wear shoes to be a pain in the butt. Third, I just did a quick 10-minute workout while in Angeles, 7 days a week, but just 10 minutes. And the goal was to just do short, intense workout. And that is how you stimulate growth hormone. Not that I know everything, it's just what I've studied. Anyways, I look forward to settling down and documenting my bodybuilding progress. It won't get big views, but I can just do my best with it. Hi, Scotty, can you break your lives up into 1 hour lives should get more likes. Hey, Brian, this is a really great idea. I thought about it. If I do any live stream, just download the live stream, that video, and cut out all the boring bits. Kind of like I got a 2 hour live stream. Just make it like 15 minutes of all the highlights of that live stream. And that makes it easier to watch. It's a good idea. And thanks for reminding me, because I had this on my mind for a while. I remember I did it once in the past, I think 3 years ago. Okay. So I edited my own live stream and then I uploaded it as a video. This is when I was getting started in YouTube, and I got comments saying that, I'm getting lazy. I mean, it's like no matter what I do, I get complaints. That's one of the frustrating parts of being a YouTuber. I mean, imagine you are a accountant and people are telling you you're not good. They don't like how you do this. It makes you feel bad, right? From my perspective, I can't imagine, I watch a video and I tell the YouTuber who made that video that I didn't like their video. I mean, the first thing on my mind would be that this person wouldn't care. I'm one of 10,000 people watching. I mean, I would assume that some people like the video and some people don't like the video. But everyone thinks, the world revolves around them. But you get these guys who say they don't like the video. It's like the world revolves around them. It's like the goal of this video is to make this person happy. And the next video, I also have to make this person happy. Like if I'm watching a 20-minute video that I realize it's not my style, I just click another video and watch that. The idea of telling the guy that I don't like his video, it doesn't even cross my mind. I mean, I can tell from the numbers and the watch time if it's a good video or not. But when people comment they don't like it, it kind of hurts my feelings, and it kind of like it swayed me more in the past, but it's just like the AI videos. I got so many complaints that now I'm just going to upload to members because I don't want to see all of these complaints of people saying I'm unsubscribing because I'm doing this crap. So anyway, I do appreciate the positive comments. Really lifts me up. I'm going to try and not really let the negative ones affect me. But anyway, to my great brethren out there, I'll be uploading another video soon. Apologize for the comments video, but I personally like these kinds of videos. But anyway, I'll see you on the next video, my great brethren.